Today we will answer the season-long question: are the Invaders playoff contenders or just regular season pretenders? It is the final round-robin game of season number 8. So it is round 16 and our final outing for the regular season. Will there be more? If you tune into the whole season, you'll find out that the Invaders, or you'll know that the Invaders are close to that edge. We are inside the playoff spots before today's matchup. After it, shall we win, get a bonus point, we are confirmed in the playoffs. Shall we lose, however, and that confirmation is out the window. We are up against the Cape Town Mounties. The big guns are all back as well. The likes of Mohammed Martin, you see on the ball, kicking for touch right now, is back at 10. Bartamoli Gossard, another one, is at fullback. And of course, all the big guns throughout the rest of the side. The only change, of course, is with good old Golden Gloves Guzman on the wing for today's matchup. You see Bartamoli, first chance for him to touch the ball, and he's knocked it on. Bowie turn over the scrum, and Mohammed and Wozciak have just swapped defensive positions there, which I find very interesting as the ball is thumped straight out in the full. So we gift them a chance with the knock on. Now we gift them the lineouts. Can they stuff up 2 set pieces? No. The Mounties with a chance. They've knocked it on again. And Brock Bonicio has knocked it on after that before trudging away. So a really error-ridden start by both of these sides. It's away to Wozciak now, who won't make the same mistake as Martin. And he finds touch nicely on the bounce as well to give us a bit of territory back on our side. To the front of the line out go the Mounties. And of course, these Mounties are just outside the playoff spots. Their season effectively over, but they can still play spoilers as Gossard's kick has gone to Barbaro. Oh, who is decked, absolutely decked from Mohammed Martin with a thunderous tackle, a real rib tickler of the highest quality. His little run from Pan, he's shrugged away one defender, but the second line takes him out. The Mounties have got the ball and they are just on halfway. Pan, the hooker, having another little trundle there towards the Invaders' defensive line. Sam Cooper, who was absolutely tremendous in the last few weeks, is defending well. Here's Hurley, the number 8 for the Mounties, and the Invaders are just laying off here, saying, you want to run out of defence, go for it. We will tackle you. A good kick, but it's going to go dead and goal. That is a good result for us. Back to the scrum, please. Now, our scrum has the advantage over the Mounties here, which is, I think, a very, very positive side for us as an injury. Oh, no! Not Wozciak! We finally get him in the side. We finally integrate him. We finally get some performances, and now Griffith Wozciak is out of it. He's not getting up. There he is. Slowly but surely. Gossard in the line. He takes out the first line of defenders and wiggles his way up towards the 10-metre line. So Wozciak is injured. That will mean there'll be a replacement coming in the shape of Carter Jones at the next stoppage of play. So not too bad. Carter Jones still a very, very good player. Gossard is up in the line and given away a penalty, not releasing the pill. So it is a penalty to the Mounties, and that will be Wozciak off the field as well as they go for touch. And there is Guzman, first touch for him out on the left wing, and he caught it. Golden Gloves Guzman. The Mounties with a great chance to attack here. Wow! A 2-man tackle, driving them backwards, and a knock-on to boot as well. The Invaders will counter-attack. Brock Bonicio takes 3 defenders with him. It's there for Gossard, who I wouldn't mind if he kicked, but he'll fire it away to Carter Jones. In for Guzman, and here's Pashella. Wow, what a little run there from Louis Pashella. All against him, 3 defenders, and he charged his way through and held out the ball nicely. There's the knock-on, and now the Mounties have got advantage for the error by Blaine Van der Merwe. We've got Phil Mohammed covering at fullback as a little chip over the top. That is going to come to nothing. And Kikuchi, of course, in the side, starting at hooker. 1 week injury for the regular starter there to Tree Scuba. Here's a good little run through, and straight goes Barbaro, but he's going to lose it again. Well, this is really a defensive game at the moment of both sides, controlling it with their tackling, controlling it with their good skills in the ruck and the breakdown. We're almost 11 minutes in, and it's still 0-0 So we'll take this chance to move forward and on to the game. The Invaders look at the better of the sides, but still unable to crack this defence, which is standing tight from the Mounties. Well, I've got to say, it is hard to believe at the moment, but we are almost half an hour old. Our scrum's gone up. That's Collis and Kikuchi who's gone up there in the scrum. That is terrible for the front row, who have dominated the set piece. I was thought that they had a good set piece attacking chance, but now they got a penalty as well. And before I even get to that, it's still 0-0, and it's almost half an hour into the game, which is absolutely absurd. The Mounties with a great chance, though, to turn points onto the board. Oh, there's a knock on, but still advantage on their side as Gossard picks up the loose ball. And I would imagine, yeah, an easy 3 points here for their fly half, who will slip this over. And Bainivalu kicks it. George, we'll call him, a lot easier name, and it's 3-0 to the Mounties. What a start to this game. Like we talked about in the opening stanza of the match, really a massive defensive effort from both these sides, which is bizarre because we love to attack. Also, we don't normally defend. So, really strange match so far by the Invaders. We are down 3-0, but boy oh boy, there is a lot to go through this game just yet. We are 10 minutes from half-time, and it is just the one penalty between the two teams at this stage. Hopefully more points, hopefully some tries. Not very often we get low scorers like this in GRM at all, as the Invaders attack through Gossard, who loses the ball again. That's been the story of this first half. We are so outnumbered on that far side. Get out there, boys. It's about 5-2. They've stuffed that, though, with a little chip. But Brand is chased well. Wow, what a chase from the fullback. And the Mounties almost in again here. Can we shut these guys out? Then here the 22. I mean, why wouldn't you take a droppy? No, I thought he was going to line it up. He took his time, but Captain Zangetti piled him down. They're still there for the Mounties, 30 metres out. They come wide now, and a good opportunity for fly half. And Bainivalu has just about lost that. I thought we were over it. Van der Merwe, very quick. And they give it Barbro. Oh, he's driven backwards. He is the main outlet for this Mountie side, but still unable to put points on this Invaders defence. They are very close here, which is why we'll stick with this. No, there's the knock on. Okay, as I say that, they stuff it up. So we'll move on now. We're almost at the end of the half. See if any more action comes from this opening 40 minutes, or will we bizarrely go through to half-time at 3-0? We've just kicked out the full as well, but goodness me. We had advantage on our side, which is a saving grace. Our scrum wins it. We go away to Carter Jones, who has another go. This one much, much better. 3-0, Mounties lead the Invaders. Well, remarkably, nothing has happened from the rest of the first half. It is still 3-0 to the Mounties, yet they are back in our 22. We've played a lot better when we've had the ball, but look at them go straight through here, through Morkel. But we just have not kept it. We've been very irritated, very mistakeful. And the Mounties, they've dropped that ball, and it's turned over to Collis. Away now to Kikuchi, the hooker. He went at the wheels, but he's got the strength. Kikuchi down the right-hand wing. The hooker beating the ball away. Oh, my good word. Kikuchi to 22. Back to Cooper. Cooper with support. Josh Evans. Who needs a backline? Who needs a backline when you've got Kikuchi, Cooper, and Evans, who have scored a 100-metre try end-to-end, and the first points for your team. Wow. That was a highlight. That was a season highlight as well. Blaine Van der Merwe pulls it in, and we are in instant trouble. We've lost the ball straight away to the Mounties. We scored that brilliant try, and then we just shut off. So now we've got to defend once more, but how about that run from Kikuchi? Beat about 4 defenders, and then had that ability to find his back rowers, who were right there in support. Just an outstanding try by the Invaders. Let's see if we can hold it out, though, and keep this lead heading into the second half. It is 7 minutes into it already, but there's still a long way to go in this matchup. Great short ball. Oh, wonderful support. And they will finally break our defense as well. And Bainivalu, whatever. George is what we're going to call him, has scored yet another try. Some more points, I should say. And And the conversion, he's got all 10 on his side. So the Mounties, although they were behind by 4 by a couple of minutes, they are once again back in the lead. And they've knocked that on as well. So big chance straight away back to the Invaders. Scrum is rock solid. I like that. But we are only 3 points behind. So one scoring play. Oh, Gage Carter. Why are we dropping so much ball? Campbell is gone. Campbell in the full race. Here comes Gossard. Phil Muhammad chases. And he's taken down. Turnover as well. And that will be it. Thank you very much. 50 minutes in. It is 10-7. What? How is that on advantage? Goodness gracious me. That's terrible. We do go on, however. Gossard pulls it in. Oh, a little chip over wide. That's a nice little play. Muhammad Martin, and he'll lose it straight away. Mounties get it back. It is topsy-turvy stuff. And it is only 10-7. What a game we are treated to, although not with the tries that we're used to. Well, but there's a big turnover for the Invaders. The clock is ticking away. But in the 67th minute, we've got a big turnover. You just called it there as the highlight would have started. But we're turning the ball over and quickly turning it into a tag too. Martin away to Van der Merwe. He's a strong run of the ball. Guzman goes wide. Carter Jones gets the ball from Zanagini. Inside pass to Pichella. Oh, it's a forwards party. Louis Pichella scores. And the Invaders strike back with the lead. Well, that didn't take much. We turn the ball over far side there, just as that highlight would have begun. And from there on, it was pretty much that one phase straight through the backs, through the forwards, through everyone involved. And again, another forward scores our try. Brilliant work, the Invaders. And we have a 4-point lead over the Cape Town Mounties. Now, this video, or this highlights package, not what we're used to. Normally, these videos go on for ages because we have lots of tries, lots of highlights, but there's been very little. And we're almost in the last 10 minutes. It is the final game of the season. Our playoff hopes hinge on us winning this game. And we're in the final 10 minutes. Did I say that already? I want to watch this. Do I know who won? No, if you've been seeing these videos before, you know I do not watch these or know the results before I watch these games. So, I'm looking at a 4-point lead. I'm looking at 9.5 minutes to go. We've got a scrum feed in there, 22. And I don't know if we're going to win. Guzman's dropped the ball. That doesn't happen very often. But it was a great driving run through there. And it's advantage now, scrum advantage to the Mounties. As away it comes to Barbaro. And he is going to just get that beautifully. Actually, what a kick. It turned on a point there and straightened up along the paint. But they got a scrum feed, which I'm not too worried about. I would have preferred if I was them to have that kick. It's away to Nono, who has thumped this into touch and just outside the 22 as well. We are streaking through these final 10 minutes, folks. It is 3 minutes in. The ball is overthrown, but it bounces kindly for us, and Carter Jones picks it up. Offloads nicely to Josh Evans. One of the real heroes of today are our back row. Shaw Cooper. Martin, oh, beautifully passed away. Gage Carter chips over the top. Oh, Gage Carter, get his son. Oh, Gage Carter, the hero of season 8. Gage Carter scores at chip and chase. We've got 3 tries, and surely with just 6 minutes to go, the game will be ours. The way it's gone, tries haven't flown too quickly. So I'm confident that we should hold this one out if we keep this sort of play up. I would like a 4th try and a bonus point as well, just to guarantee our place. But, you know, I'll take what I can get, and if a win is a win, all we can get, then that is on our side brilliantly. There is just 5 and a bit minutes to go, and we are looking to run it out from our own 22, which is a bit of a concern. We do have 2 scoring plays on our side as Muhammad Martin drills this over the touchline brilliantly for a throw on just over the 10-metre line to the Mounties. So 5 minutes, they've got to score twice to get this lead back. And they take the line out the back, nicely done. It's straight out into their midfield. And a few players who we've not even seen get the ball here. Brand, rare touch for him. And their wide players just have not touched the ball. So I can only take that as a bit of credit to our midfield, who has shut it down, or are they just not a wide playing team? That's the real decisive matter here. But the big thing is we have an 11-point lead, and we've got to try and hold this out as they throw it finally out wide. But it's no one in the backs. It's no one that's actually going to spark anything for the Mounties at the moment, who are picking up these balls. Hurley has a run from number 8, and they are going sideways. 1 try and a penalty is all they've managed. They get a little bit of numbers. They do well but Tunono is all by himself. Bartolomé Gossard is actually buried in the ruck, so no one's back. If they're clever, they'll kick, or they'll just cut straight through. Gossard covers very well, and Gage Carter picks up a wobbly pass back to the possession of the Invaders, which I'm very, very happy to see. Carter Jones support with Guzman all alone. Not the best there. Overlap on our side, but no one in support there at all. The back rows were not in our... Actually, look at this. They're taking a shot at goal. A minute and a half to go. A shot at goal will put them... We won't even give it... Well, they won't even put it over. But it's going to put them 8 points behind, which still means they've got to score twice. So that was a questionable decision there by the Mounties, given the way that game was going and given the way we chased it. We've won there. They were outside our 22 by a whisker. Now they're way back on halfway and they're kicking. They're kicking for territory. They're behind by 11 still. And there's half a minute to go. And they're kicking for territory. I'll take the 4. And we are taking the 4. There it is. Brock Bondesio says half a minute's over, my friends. Let's go. It is done and dusted. Possibly one of the shortest highlights package of the season for the Invercargill Invaders. Gage Carter, man of the match, and I will not disagree with that. But wow, what a bizarre game. The Mounties really did pressure us into a lot of mistakes, but I think we closed that out the best out of the two sides. And in that closing passage, it didn't really look like the Mounties were actually going to amount to anything. They're just terrible. The Mounties amounting to anything. Oh, goodness me. So that is it. That is it. We've won. We have won, which is marvellous. It's kind of happened a bit weirdly. I'm not used to games being like that. We normally get smashed and there's heaps of tries and there's a lot going on, but today it was a real grind. We didn't get a bonus point, which is normally a given. How about these chase downs too from Phil Muhammad and Bartolomé Gossard, who did a lot of hard work. Gage Carter, look at him go. Absolutely monstrous, that man. He was brilliant for us today. We'll look at some stats from the game. We'll wrap up what's going to be, for me especially, a rather short episode. Oh man, how'd that happen? 21-10, we have defeated the Mounties in the final game of the regular season. That means I'm pretty much 99% sure we will be in the playoffs, which I am extremely pleased about. Possession, we did that very, very well on our side. 56-44, complete opposite though for territories. The Mounties did prefer to kick a bit more than us. Tackle count was 79 by the Invaders, 107 by the Mounties. Missed tackles, wow. Big difference there. Just about 20 more missed tackles by the Mounties than by the Invaders. 3 tries to 1, no bonus point. They did 4 more handling errors, 9-13. We offloaded more. We had more attacking rucks. Turnovers, wow. 12 by the Mounties. So they're a dangerous side because they're going to steal a lot of ball off you. I guess you got to credit their back row, their forward pack, very, very good in the breakdown. That is what comes strikingly obvious from these stats. Both sides missed a penalty, but the Mounties also got one early on. We were flawless from the tee kicking conversions, as were the Mounties 3 out of 3 and 1 out of 1. We conceded a lot of penalties, didn't we? 16 to just 7 by the Mounties, who really should have done more of the chances that they actually were given. Lineouts awarded, big difference there, as well as the Mounties got 18 to just 10 by us. We stole one and we stole a scrum as well. And the Mounties actually spent more time in our red zone than we did in theirs. Yet we were, in the end, I'd say, quite comfortable winners throughout the game. Gage Carter, man of the match, 5 points, 1 try, 5 tackles, a big bit of work there from Carter. And of course, he forced a turnover as well. Let's look at some stats. See how the boys rated. And I can see straight away this wasn't our best display. My God, look at some of these stats. Far out. Okay, I looked at the front row and I thought that's a bit average. But it gets worse in the back line. Blaine Vernemerva and Mark Collis had average games, 27 and 21. But it was the hooker, Kikuchi, who was phenomenal with 44. 6 defenders beaten, which I bet 5 of them were in that one passage where he pretty much set up that try for us that got us on the board. He conceded a couple of penalties as well. So you got to say, with all those poor things he did a lot of good work around the field as well. St. Gideon Richards, solid as ever, 30 and a 40 for those two in the middle of the pack. And to the back row, look at this, Pashella, 48.8. Evans, 52.5. And of course, Sammy Cooper, 43.4. Great display from our back row. Here's where the bad news comes about. Brock Bondesio, 5.8. How the hell did he get a 5.8? He missed 7 tackles. Yet he is maxed in tackling, but there's more to tackling than just the ability to tackle as well. Strength, I'd imagine, is a big one, as well as a few others. But that is amazing. A guy with your best tackling stat missing 7 tackles. He had an absolute shocker. And I'm surprised we've actually got as far and as close as we have in this matchup, playing this poorly. Mohamed Martin played a 30.5 average game by his standards, but have a look at this in the left wing. Golden Hans Guzman, 82 minutes for an 8.5. Now what's really sad about that is he wasn't the lowest, of course, with Brock Bonesio's 5.8. What a travesty that is. 7 minutes from Wozczyk, he went off for 3.2. I mean, he just about beat those guys from just 7 minutes as well, which is mind-boggling. Gage Carter, he had the man of the match performance as well, obviously getting a 52.6. Great performance from Gage. What did he do? He beat 4 defenders. He made a good running meters there, didn't he? 84 meters for 22 runs, so an average of 3.8. Made a lot of yards there. What else did he do? He turned to force the turnover, of course, we've seen that. Made one handling error. And what else? Just scored the try. Great performance, though, from Gage Carter. Bartolomé Gossard picked up a 35.5. A good display from him. Good running meters as well, 113. He was involved a lot. But you see our wingers didn't touch it. Guzman got 12 touches. Phil Muhammad, who played about an hour, got 6. And he went off injured as well for Ryan Morton, who, I mean, saying it, we didn't see him at all, did we? In those closing stages of the matchup. So all in all, it's a bit of a weird one because there wasn't too much attack, really. Neither side really played wide. It was a strange one for an Invaders game. Carter Jones played 75 minutes for a 50.5. Wow! That is a really good performance. Not even playing the full game, he picked up a 50 and just about, what did he get? 52.6. I mean, Evans was 52.5, so he missed out by 0.1, and poor old Carter Jones only played 3/4 of, most of the game, and still almost got man of the match. Clyde Edwards was the reserve back, wasn't he? Yes, of course. Ryan Morton went out of the 23 with that change. A 2.9, he only played 25 minutes or so. So that is interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting stats. A poor performance from the Invaders. You guys seeing at the start, especially when you had that big passage of a highlight, how much we spilt the ball. It didn't change throughout. And you can see with handling errors over here, what is that? Those guys didn't make any, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 handling errors. Missed tackles all over the shop. Goodness me, we were terrible. But we did the same to them. A lot of defenders beaten. 6 Kikuchi, 3 Richards, 3 Evans, 3 Bondesio, 3 Martin, 4 from Carter, and a few ones spattered in there as well. Overall, all I care about is the win. We got the W, and we should be going to the finals. Let's take a look and see if we've made it. But before we do, we'll hold the suspense for a little bit longer because we've got to check out the mail and see who is going to be out if we do make it to the next round. Of course, we have those 2 players injured. We've got to see how long those guys are going to be out for. You'll also see by the mail, there is recovery of a couple of players as well. So let's fill you all in. Wozczyk is out. So Wozczyk is out for time. Phil Muhammad is out for time as well. That is a real shame. That is a real shame, especially Phil Muhammad. Recoveries, Tatrescu's back, and Matt Ward is fit again. So that's nice. That is nice. Matt Ward, he can carry on training now, which is good. He's not going to play, obviously. So let's have a look. What's the damage here? Griffith Wozczyk, 2 games he's out for. 2 games. Now, I wonder, does that count through the off-season? Or will that carry over to the new season? That's a shame if it does carry over for Griffith Wozczyk. Great little player that's established himself in the first team now and will be out for 2 games. That's all right because Carter Jones is only 84, so he's only 1 less. We'll bring Carter Jones definitely into the side. He will start at inside centre. But this one here, 97 Muhammad, 2 games as well. He will play at 85%. You know what, I kind of want to keep him on because he is that important to us. And at 29, I mean, he's already the finished product, isn't he? So missing an extra couple of weeks or a week's training isn't going to be really bad for poor Philly, but I just think next off the rank, Clyde Edwards, of course, will come in, but we're missing 15%. Now, 15% of a 100 rated player, which he pretty much is, will be 15 overall points, which will make him an 85, effectively, roughly. That guy there is the next best, is Guzman, and he was terrible. Normally really good, but just rubbish, actually, this week. So, I'm going to go and put Clyde Edwards back on the left wing, and that's it. Phil Muhammad's going to play. This is a playoff game. Likely we'll be up against one of the best sides. I don't even know if we've made it. What am I talking about? We're still going to fill these 2 holes, though. So, Wozniak will sit out, and we will put in... who's going to play? Our outside back player can go back to being Ryan Morton. I mean, we could play him on the wing, couldn't we? He's 86. He's actually not that much better than Guzman, is he? And what have I done? Oh, I've put him at fullback. You idiot. You idiot. Where's Gossard gone? No, wrong one. There he is. So Gossard back to fullback, and then a reserve centre. Now that we've lost Guzman, we've got to think about this. We've got Dylan Fox, who's 85, who was monstering the physicals. We've also got Mayo, who was a bit more of a rounded player. You could probably argue a terribly slow trainer. Or do we go with someone like a Matt Ward, who could fill those positions if we need him to off the bench? A lot better player in the side. Of course, we've got, where is he? Duplessis will cover a 10, so why the hell not? Let's do that, because I've got more confidence in those guys. Oh, I've done it again. I've pushed the wrong button. Oh, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. Tory players, you're getting mixed up. There we go. There we go. So the bench is going to look like Morton as a reserve outside back, Matt Ward in the centres, Duplessis in the halves, Taras at the back row, Pullet de Prez in the second row, Petrescu and Nicholas in the front row for the hookers and that. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's have a look. Let's see where we've finished. There. Oh, we've got 5th! Oh, dude, tell me that is so true. We've actually pipped the Tokyo Strike and we're 6th. Oh, the Adelaide Dingo. Ho, ho, ho! We talked about this last week, didn't we? We talked about it, that if the Dingo, and who are they playing? There we go. I've lost them. Bengal Rams. Those two clashed in the last round. So that game was crucial. I wonder who won. Let's have a look. No. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Bengal Rams. Oh, 19-21. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is one hell of a matchup, I tell you something. We got a good crowd as well. 53 people didn't turn up. That was, yeah, we had the better matchup there, didn't we? But wow, look at that. So the Rams got a bonus point. The Dingo didn't. So they only got 4, but we only got 4 as well. What's going on here? What's going on? Hang on, I'm missing something here. How did we actually pass them? They were on 60. We didn't get the bonus point though. Both of us got 4. I'm missing something completely here. 11 wins, 4 losses. The draw, I mean, the draw is ultimately the difference. But I'm sure last week we were actually behind them. Both of us have got 1, yeah, 20, yep, so... Okay, I don't know what quite has happened there. But well played, Bengal Rams. Thank you very much. You've done us a favour. We're up to 5th. Now, let's take a look. I don't know if they actually have done us a favour yet. But let's see who we're going to be playing. I'm thinking it'll be something like 4th, which is going to be the Invasion. That is not good. Let's have a look. Here is, yeah, the Border Invasion. There it is. So the Border Invasion up against the Invercargill Invaders, the Rosario Rockets up against the Bengal Rams, Nazi Kamikaze up against Tokyo Strike, the Port Elizabeth Rams, who we got thrashed by on the other side, thank goodness, up against the Adelaide Dingo. Woohoo! Yes, we have made it. We've made it to the playoffs. I'm really happy about that. The promise that we're going to move on, very unlikely. But I can't wait for that one. We will be on the road, and we'll be up against the Border Invasion, who we can see down here, finished season 14 wins and 2 losses. We weren't quite that good. 11 wins, 4 losses and a draw. But we will give it all we got. They finished 11 points higher up than us. So we finished the best of the rest, didn't we, in the playoff race. And when you look at 8th, who are there, Bengal Rams, great team as well, 57. So only 4 points between 5th and 8th. That is not much. That is one game. Just one game. But we have done it. We have made it. Now we'll be back again, I think this weekend. I think the playoffs this season are stretched over each week. So the off-season could be a fairly long one this year. We'll see how it goes, but most importantly, we will be playing. We will be playing in the playoffs. So that is it. Squad and strategy has about 24 hours left to go, and the rollover will end in 5 days. So I'm recording this middle of the week. So it'll be, Monday or so again. So yeah, there's going to be a game per week, as per usual with the regular season. We'll see how that goes for a long off season as well. But that is it. That is us done for season 18 regular season. I'll be back with the playoff game. And do we want to quick look at team of the week? I think we do. I think we just want to have a really quick little look at the team of the week. See if anyone got in there. No. So the Dingo, Barbarians, the Rams. Yeah, big weeks here for everyone except for the Invaders, who probably had the worst game. Hey, look at this guy. Cameron Francis, 99.9. My goodness, that is scary. That is really scary. That is a massive rating. We didn't even get half of that, did we? Got a guy on the 50, so just got half. But some big performances in there. Definitely some whoppers. Look at these back rowers here. Or these backline players, I should say. Getting 74s, 87s. The back row wasn't bad either. 78, 71. Goodness gracious me. Well done to the players involved there. Of course, I presume that the stats will carry on for the next few weeks. So there'll be plenty to be having a look at there. But for this week's episode, thank you all for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed it, because that was one hell of a ride throughout season number 8. We have made it to the playoffs, so I hope to see you all there for our first game in the playoffs. It's going to be a doozy for sure. And thank you to the guys at JRM for supporting the videos on the channel, getting it out there so you guys can see how the game plays out, of course. I hope you all like it. I hope you all get involved in the game yourself. Let me know how your team is going. We had a few comments in there each week about how every side is going. So let me know if you guys have made the playoffs as well for Season 8. But until next time, thanks for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you all for our quarter-final matchup. Boy, that feels good, doesn't it? That feels good. 5th. That is superb. Until then, though, take care.